people say Formula 1 isn't a real sport and it's just drivers sitting in a very expensive car. But others say Formula 1 is so physically brutal that most people's body literally couldn't handle it.
Is Formula 1 really a sport? I brought the biggest Formula 1 fan that I know to show me the evidence. It's my brother. What's the best race ever?
I can go to the race that I self-attended, the Zandvoort 2023.
Fernando Alonso is going past. Fernando Alonso has turned 5th position and he is tiptoeing through. Verstappen crosses the line to win 9 Grand Prix in a row.
Okay, so this is Formula 1, guys in very fast cars. But who is really doing the work? Is it the cars or is it the guy? Show me the evidence.
All right, they don't just step in the car and drive for a bit. They really train for it.
Can I drive the car?
No,
I can't?
No, you could not. So one of the things that the body mostly need to handle are G-forces.
What are G-forces? Is a measure of acceleration or deceleration experienced by a body, usually expressed as a multiple of Earth's gravitational acceleration.
These guys also have the sideways. They reach up to 5 Gs. Like 5 times the weight of your head with the helmet on, and that goes one side. Here's one of the craziest corners in Formula 1. The corner is almost 90 degrees, and this is the part after that, and you see the G-force, they hit 4G, 5G the whole time. When you're sitting in a car and you brake, you feel yourself going forward. That's a G-force.
People know them from jets. So what are the G-forces? 1G, this is the normal force of gravity we experience every day. 4 to 6G, that's also Formula 1. This is the range that most pilots can tolerate, though it can cause physical discomfort and even blackouts. How do they not black out?
Of course, they're really trained. You also have different G-forces. In a Formula 1 car, it's mostly sideways. That's mostly on the neck. In a jet, it can be down. So when you black out, what actually happens is all the blood of your head goes to your legs, and there's just no more blood here, so you black out.
So would I break my neck?
Not with the Hans device, but I think you will break your neck, yeah.
Whoa. Pilot shows of impact of 9.5 Gs. She went from looking like this to this. What? So their bodies need to handle a lot.
Yeah, during a crash with Max Verstappen, his famous crash in Silverstone, hit at its peak 51 Gs.
But how do you not die?
This is also the corner that we just saw here.
Damn.
And so like the 51 Gs are of course like, it's a split second.
That's what it says here. Like how did he survive? Pretty sure 51 Gs is the peak he encountered only for like 0.00001 second or something.
He recently came out and he said that since then he had double vision. When you hit those type of numbers with G-forces, your body stops, but your intestines and your brain keeps moving. So
okay.
This is a specially made machine. So as you can see, there's a Formula 1 steering wheel on it.
Formula 1 driver training is harder than it looks.
So this is for the shoulders, go all out 1.5 hours.
Why is the steering wheel heavy in Formula 1? Why don't they make it smooth?
In normal cars they have assisted steering, and in Formula 1 they have a hydraulic assisted steering, so you feel all the bumps still, and it's really hard to turn.
This guy had no clue what we were recording today, and he's spitting out all these facts. I had no clue. You did show me once before that people always let go of their steering wheel before they crash.
Yeah. So this is one of the craziest things that can happen to what you see here is hands off the steering wheel, really fast off the steering wheel.
He wants to grab it. What?
If he hold on to that, he would have broken his wrist. Here he left it on his hands and he had really a bad handshake after this. And you also see his legs moving here because you want to make sure that those are still working.
So you need to be strong for the steering wheel.
You need to have good cardio because you're 1.5 hours just pushing yourself to the absolute limit.
So these guys are actually training like athletes because their cardio is being used so much.
They need to have a really well-conditioned cardiovascular system because their heart rate could easily be running at 170, 180 beats per minute.
What? I don't believe 180. I don't believe 180 is crazy. I would say like 150. Heart rate of a Formula 1. What? An average? 170? Like, I can't even maintain 180 for like a few minutes. Maybe in 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, maybe then with the Singapore stuff, humid.
Still.
It's a high concentration with cardio sport.
How many calories do Formula 1 drivers burn per race? 800 to 2,000 calories.
Yeah,
What?
it's crazy. It's crazy.
If it's super hot and you're moving like this the entire time and you're probably braking, what?
Yeah, braking is a whole different type of story because they brake. How much kilograms do you think you brake in the car, in your car?
In my Tesla, 1 kilogram.
Yeah, nothing. They need to push, I think, almost 200 kilograms with one leg to break the car down.
Luckily, the brakes are a little bit further away, so you don't need to like push 200 kilograms
No.
in a fully like in this position and more in a position where you're strongest. But still, it's a lot of weight.
And-
these guys can actually leg press.
Yeah.
Is this the braking?
Yeah, it's braking. So they have like really crazy contraptions to train it.
Wow, look at those calf muscles.
Yeah.
Imagine only using one leg to push up the weight of a baby elephant hundreds of times over the course of 90 minutes.
Very specific analogy. Personally, I'd rather not kick baby elephants.
No.
But that's me.
And also, they sweat a lot. The Singapore Grand Prix is famous for that because it's
So hot.
It's hot, it's humid, it's crazy.
As we get into the last quarter of the race, what starts to get you will be the temperature as it builds up in the body and the muscular and mental fatigue. Track temperature could easily be 50 degrees Celsius. The tires, they tend to run at 100 degrees Celsius.
They say Formula 1 drivers lose like 5 kilograms during a race. And I'm like, the first time I heard that, I think someone almost claimed that was fat. And I was like, what are you saying? But it's liquid.
Yeah, it's liquid.
Do they drink in there?
Yeah, they have a pouch of like electrolyte drink, ice bath after the race because it was too hot. You're in a fireproof suit the whole race. It's warm in a machinery.
These guys do look fit, all of them.
Yeah, they're really fit.
Sometimes a little bit on the skinny side, very lean side.
A kilogram in Formula 1 is the difference between winning and not winning.
So in order to be a great Formula 1 driver, you need to have the cognitive capabilities of a chess grandmaster, the strength, stamina, and reactions of a fighter. And then you also have to have the endurance of a marathon runner.
This is the point one driver was hurled upside down over the safety barriers last year when another car swerved towards him from the left.
Lately, the injuries aren't that bad, right?
No. Like back in the day, there were people dying every year.
Pretty crazy that they made driving 300 something kilometers an hour safe.
And to avoid this, F1 drivers train up their reflexes by exercises like this.
Reaction speeds.
So it's a blind corner here. He keeps to the right. This is the racing line, and then another driver comes.
What?
We're on board with Isaac Hadjar. You've got the LED boards.
What?
They really gotta train their reflexes.
Here's a sketch of the Silverstone circuit that I put together.
Every time they are, of course, also on a different track. They gotta memorize the track. They gotta memorize which gears they gotta use in the corners. They gotta memorize where the grip is.
Otherwise, you're not fast enough.
You have a force of the equivalent of like 40 kilos hitting you in the back of the head that literally wants to take your head clean off your shoulders, and you've got to resist that.
This kind of force would make it impossible for the average person to support their own head. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso both have neck sizes of 18 inches.
I can't even flex my neck like that.
He flexes his neck like crazy. What is that? What?
No, I can't do that. That's crazy. That's my muscle connection with your neck.
Formula 1 drivers are on another level. It's so much harder than it looks. These guys are insane athletes, and the thing is that they need to be because all these small things mean basically winning or losing.
The margins are really small.
No margin for error. These guys are elite athletes. Thank you for all the evidence. How much Formula 1 do you watch?
There's a race today, so I'm gonna...
It's Sunday. He doesn't miss any race. But if you don't want to miss the previous episode, you definitely don't. Make sure to check out this video right here. Subscribe to the link and hit that bell. And also download our free workout app. You can download, start working out, get fit like a Formula 1 driver. There's no neck training. I'm sorry. Link in the description.